Ashley Arnold with Trail Runner Magazine, and I'm here with Andy Felton from Scottsdale, Arizona, who is running the 100K tomorrow. So how are you doing today?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Staying dry, trying to.
And this is your first 100K.
True. First 100K, excited to be out here in the green versus the desert dirt in 3 degrees temperatures, triple digits versus this is awesome.
And she recently won the Zane Grey 50, and this is a totally different kind of race than that. What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about just having fun. Don't really have any expectations. Go out, enjoy it. Just glad to be out here in different terrain.
Great.
Yeah.
And you had a pretty bad mountain bike accident a few months ago.
Yeah, in May. It just didn't seem bad until I saw my bone hanging out. So, yeah, so I'm just happy to be running, literally. And kind of reinvented my passion.
So you've had about 2 months of training.
Yep.
After that.
July, August, and you know, I'm a fan of a huge taper. So July, August, and September, here we are. Let's roll.
So, what about race day? What are you say you have no expectations, but any specific race plans in mind?
Nutrition. I hang tight to my nutrition plan. So my brother's out here to help me out with that, kind of throwing me stuff along the way. But yep, nutrition, gels, potatoes. Nice. That's the game plan.
Yeah. And what shoes will you be wearing?
Hoka's actually. Yep.
Right.
I like the clown shoes. I love them actually. I made fun of them, but they have been the magic trick with my knee issues. So after the little incident in May, so I really like them. They've done good things for me. So we'll see.
Awesome. Well, good luck tomorrow, Andy.
Thank you.
And thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ashley Arnold with Trail Runner Magazine. I'm here with Dave James of Innovate, who is running the 100K tomorrow. He is the USATF 100-mile trail champion. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be in Virginia at UROC and just really pumped up to be here.
So you've had a great season. Can you give us a little bit of information on what you've been doing this year?
Yeah, it's been a good year. I finally got the second place of USATF finishes off my back and got the championship in Burning River in Ohio at the 100-mile trail championships at the end of July. So that was a big relief more than anything else. And I started the year off with a couple like smaller ultra wins. Finished second at both the 100K trail championships and the 50-mile trail championships, and finally won a 6-day stage race down in Costa Rica, which is all trail, called the Coastal Challenge down in the jungle and rainforest. So that was a nice finish too, to be able to finally win that one. Right. So it's been a fun year so far.
And Burning River, there's a lot of paved sections in that as well. So how are you feeling about tomorrow's race and the terrain and sort of how it plays to your strengths and weaknesses?
Well, I got here yesterday, so I've actually already run about 7-8 miles of the course, and it's pretty hilly. So it's much more hilly than Burning River was. And it's kind of like the Appalachian Trail, JFK style, really slick rock. So the trail is nothing like what Burning River's trails were like. Those were soft dirt. So this is going to be really slow on the trails. And the road sections I've seen are pretty hilly. Like I think the UROC race directors have like the road sections are all pretty much uphill, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
How are you feeling about the 3-mile uphill finish?
I think I ran 2 miles of it this morning. It is not as steep as it was coming up in the U-Haul yesterday. But at the end of 100K, definitely going to have to suck down some electrolytes and sugar at that last aid station to be able to make that climb.
Right. Yeah. And what Innovate shoes are you wearing?
I'm going to go with the ones I always use, which are the blue 230s. They're kind of like my good luck charm. I think they'll be okay out there tomorrow. They held up pretty good for all my races this year so far.
And a specific race plan you have in mind?
I always come up with race plans and then the gun fires and it goes out the window. I'm going to run hard from the start and just try and keep it within myself. There's a lot of my good friends that'll be running here, and so hopefully it'll be a low-key approach. We'll be able to talk and gauge our performance from the start. There is these like the first 5 miles, they're giving away a couple $100 whoever gets there first. So I'm sure some people will take off hard, but we'll just try and stay near the front and stay within myself for this race. I'd like to get a finish out here because I've never seen the trails out here. So I don't want to push myself so hard that I have a really bad day. So.
Awesome. Well, good luck tomorrow. We'll look forward to seeing how it goes.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Thanks for taking a few minutes.
Love Trail Runner Magazine.
Hi, I'm Ashley Arnold from Trail Runner Magazine. I'm here with Michael Owen of Pomeroy, Ohio, who recently was third at the Burning River 100. And he is 22 years old, a recent college graduate. So how did you get into ultra running?
I pretty much just started whenever my friend in college showed me trails, and I liked trails so much, and I thought the only way to run more trails is to run more miles. So that's pretty much how I got started.
And you ran in college?
Yeah, I ran 4 years at Shawnee State University, and so I had my fair share of fast days, and so now I'm looking forward to moving on to ultras.
So track and cross country?
Yep, track and cross country.
Nice. And how are you feeling about tomorrow? What are your expectations?
I don't really know my expectations. This is a new experience, racing so close after another ultra. Like Burning River was only 2 months ago, and I don't know how my recovery is compared to what it should be or what other people's are. So I'm just going into it, just step by step.
Yeah. So how did you feel about your race? You had a great performance there.
Yeah, that was real exciting for my first 100. Once again, I didn't have any expectations, but I was confident with my training, and so I just went into it, gunning for the lead. And if I was up with the leaders half the race, I was happy. If I wasn't, I was still happy. And Dave James really ran fast, and I couldn't keep up with him, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah. And so tell us about the trails in Pomeroy, Ohio.
Actually, there are none. That's the thing. The nearest network of trails is a 30-minute drive from my house.
Oh,
so
wow.
not a lot of time is spent on trails, but when I went to college, where I ran was pretty heavy on trails.
Yeah.
And the trails there are really similar to trails here, so I'm looking forward to that.
So what's a typical training week like for you then, if you're...
Recently, it's not as what it normally was, but before Burning River, I was above 100 miles for a few months. Mm-hmm. And the more miles for me, the more confident I get. So that's just kind of what my training is.
Right. Nice. Well, good luck tomorrow, and thank you for taking a few minutes to talk with
thanks.
us. Hi, I'm Ashley Arnold from Trail Runner Magazine, here with Ian Sharman, originally from London, England, now in Bend, Oregon. How are you doing today?
Very good. Glad to be here after a long flight from the West Coast.
Yeah.
Not as long as if it had been London, but still.
Right. So tell us a little bit about what you've been doing this year. I know he's a 2011 champion of the Rocky Raccoon 100. Very fast time. So what's your year been like?
Year's been doing a lot of ultras. I mean, the last few years I've spent doing some ultras and a lot of marathons. This year's been more ultras, so more trail stuff as well. So things like Western States, and I did Waldo 100K about a month ago.
Okay. And what are your plans for tomorrow?
I don't know. I mean, the conditions are certainly going to make it more interesting and mix things up a bit. But basically just to go out there and see how good a day I can have. Feeling a little bit tired from all the racing earlier in the year, but I think it's starting to get a bit better now. So I have no expectations of how well it could go. I just hope it all stays together.
So how many races have you done this year?
I've lost count.
Yeah.
Some of them are shorter, and a couple of half marathons in there as well, but mainly longer stuff.
Yeah. And so what's your training been like throughout all of that?
I had to have a little bits of taking it easier because I felt overtrained for a few months, but I had a sort of March, April time was quite high mileage for me, which was like 100 miles a week. Not much in ultra terms compared to a lot of people, but that's a lot for me, particularly when that includes a race each week.
And do you typically do back-to-back long runs, anything like that, to get you ready for
more back-to-back races, but just taking them a little bit easier. So I like doing like a Saturday and a Sunday race.
Okay, nice. And how do you feel about the course tomorrow?
I've not really seen much of it apart from the drive up, which is on road, and that's the start and the finish. And that looks fairly steep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the most steep part of the course though, so I don't know about the rest.
And that's a question I've pretty much been asking everyone, how they feel about that last 3 miles of grueling uphill.
I think it'll be interesting if there's maybe 3 or 4 guys, or even 2 together at that point. That's going to be a real decider. And if it can be captured on video or anyone seeing that, I think it should be interesting.
Yeah. And have you been out on the course at all today?
Not at all, no. I got here around lunchtime today.
Okay, awesome. And what shoes will you be running in tomorrow?
Well, I was planning on wearing road shoes, but now, given the conditions, I'm not sure. So I might switch to something trail-based, but I'm not sure yet.
All right. Well, we'll figure that out tomorrow.
Yeah.
And thank you for talking to us, Ian.
Thanks.
And good luck tomorrow.
Thank you very much.